Let's go. This is your radio. You're listening. Your station.
Hello guys and welcome to official podcast of Radio Primera. Today you're gonna listen interview with Beige. She's from Austria, from Vienna. She's the owner of her studio in Austria, so you will listen a very interesting interview with her. Every night you can listen us live from 10 p.m. Balkan time.
Ćao, ja sam Jeca Raković, veliki pozdrav za sve koji slušaju Radio Primeru.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Topić!
Dobro večer, dame i gospodo, još jedan put, dobro večer i dobrodošli na talase Radio Primera. Kao što i znate, večeras imamo specijalnu gošću, a njeno ime je Beige. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, again, and welcome to Radio Primera. Tonight we have a special guest, her name is Beige. So, first of all, Beige, I want to ask you, how are you?
Hey, how are you? Zdravo, kako ste? I was preparing. I'm good, thank you so much. Welcome everybody, welcome to all the listeners of the radio.
Thank you very much. So, I just want to tell the people from Serbia and Belgrade, Beige, you're actually from Hungary, if I'm right.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I am from Hungary,
and
but I'm
right
living
now
in Austria right now.
you're in Austria, in Vienna, if I'm right.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yep.
So tell me, how do you spend your time during this situation about COVID? And because you told me that the situation now it's I think much better than it was.
Yeah, we stopped teaching on the 15th of March. And actually the first week I really enjoyed because I had time to clean the flat like everybody else and these things. But then when we realized it's going to be a longer time where we cannot teach normal, we were reacting really quickly and we started with online classes, first also some trials on Facebook and live classes. And then actually we already started from the beginning of April with online classes, and we were really happy because many of our students were kept dancing at home, and we started again in the studio step by step, with all the regulations and in security measures in the beginning of May, and then now beginning of June, and now we are starting next tomorrow already with a little bit better situation, like again with partner work classes, but we keep also the online classes running.
How it was to make online classes for your students? How was your experience about it?
I have to tell you, we were really, really busy at the beginning, and we had to learn everything: the system, the voice solutions, the camera, the programs, and everything. And it was a little bit stressy at the beginning, and we were really saying it with Sergio all the time, like, wow, we miss the people, we miss the energy. When you are in a normal class, it's different. Now you are talking to the computer, and thanks God we also got feedback from the people a lot, and this was the challenging part. But the really beautiful part was that somehow it was bringing together the people. So those people who were doing the online classes, we got more connected. We were talking more. We were having the situation, and we really had to keep together. So it was creating an even stronger family between these people who were in the classes.
Yeah,
so we enjoyed it also.
Yeah. But right now, I don't know. Maybe you follow the situation on Balkan, maybe not. But right now, the pandemic situation on Balkan is not so good because in last I don't know how many days, last 7 days, we have more and more people with the virus. So some countries, for example, in Serbia, okay, we have classes for now. We have classes, but we will see how long we will have it. But in some countries or some cities in Balkan, there is restrictions also. So, what would you recommend, or what should people do during this kind of situation? How to spend quality time, for example, for them? What you can recommend to them?
I think that it was, or is really important. I mean, we are talking to dancers, no, or people who salsa, bachata, and
Okay.
if you don't have the possibility to meet up people and participate in normal classes, I think to be part of this online community is also really, really beautiful. In our case, we were doing a lot of coaching sessions when we were talking about those things which we are always trying to get in the normal classes, but now we had more time to talk, like musicality, salsa history, bachata history, all these things. So I think people in this situation when we cannot practice partner work, for example, and these things, you can really focus on yourself. So I would suggest to everyone to a little bit focus on on yourself and also figure out what you like, and maybe now you have the chance to get a little bit deeper knowledge, not just only about let's say some fears, but also the history of the dance, the music, and you have with the radio a lot of beautiful music here around. So we were listening to the music today. What you were playing before the interview is super amazing, beautiful songs. So I think everybody should keep the connection to music and dancing, because otherwise it's really, really difficult to continue after.
For example, this situation make this radio live, so sometimes something good is coming from bad situations. So okay, I have one question for you. How did you start dancing? Sorry on the ringtones, because people send me some messages, so some of them I will read some messages to you, because it's some questions to you directly from our listeners. So
great.
how did you start dancing? That was my question for you.
Well, I was starting to dance not with salsa and bachata. I was dancing Hungarian folklore dances and ballet and these things since I was a child. For salsa and bachata, actually, I was attending a salsa party in Budapest when I was around 17, 18 years old, and with my ballroom friends. So we went there. We were believing that we are so cool. We were jumping around, we were thinking we can dance. And then I never gonna forget, there was a really old Cuban man. I didn't speak that time much English. He just told me, this is no salsa. And he was hugging me and started to dance with my son, actually. And that was the moment when I fell in love with this music and with this dance. And then I was going to all the parties for the following 3 years. And many dance schools were telling me, let's come to our classes, or let's go to the performance group or show group, because obviously that time I was dancing every day, other dances. So I was learning really quickly. But I said, no, this is for me, only for party and to enjoying. But of course, it has developed after, and I started to dance, and then shows, and then teaching step by step. So this is how it started, in a party.
In the party. Okay, cool. Tell me, you are from Hungary, and
Yes.
Could you tell me more about the city where you were born, for example? What would you recommend to visit to people who are coming, for example, from Balkan when they come to Hungary? What you recommend to them to visit?
I mean, I was born in Budapest, so I think it's an obvious choice if you go to Hungary to go to Budapest. And there is so many beautiful places, like the view is amazing. But this is one thing, like, of course, if you come to a new city, you always check all the sites. But what is special in Budapest is really this atmosphere. Like, we have really nice life, nightlife. We have really nice food. Okay, so
I know that.
I think. Yeah, and also for I think a good price, you can have a lot of fun. And what I like in Budapest now, that there's a lot of new new stores, new cafes, new restaurants. They are trying to make something new, like fresh energy. So I would really recommend Budapest. And of course, if you are already there, I would suggest to go to dance. So there's a lot of parties normally. Right now, of course, in this situation is not easy, but I know that already in Hungary, for example, it's possible to make parties. So if the borders are going to be open, then it's possible also to go there to parties.
But tell me, how did you decide to go to Austria? to move from Hungary to Austria?
Actually, it was starting with a Los One One concert because there was in the Floridita. That time in Vienna is a Latin club.
Yeah, I know for it.
Yeah, exactly. Like the same like in Cuba before it was one also belonging to the franchise, one location called Floridita, and they were organizing a concert with Los Van Van. And from Hungary it was like we never had like live concerts or really few, and I was like, okay, we need to somehow go there and have this live experience. So I get connected with this place, and we started to bring people from Budapest, and they saw us dancing that time bachata with my dance partner, and they invited us for some workshops, and then it's step by step. So it was not like, okay, I'm gonna move to Vienna. It was like first I was teaching one workshop, then 1 day every week, then 2 days every week, and then step by step it was just developing like this. So it was not planned, but I'm already living here for 10 years, so it was a step-by-step decision, but
cool. And what's the name of your studio?
It's called My Dance Vienna, and it's in the center of Vienna, and we teach basically everything. I have a dance partner from Spain. He was bringing also the bachata sensual knowledge to the school, and he's a really great Cuban dancer, so like Cuban salsa dancer too. So we are teaching all these styles. Like I'm also bringing the crossbody to the table, like on one, and also we were teaching before kizomba, and this is I think kizomba is the let's say the least welcomed now in this situation because we can dance only close. But yeah, we teach everything, and we are really happy to have many students, and basically in a normal situation a really nice big school. So
cool.
Hopefully we can continue. We will see.
We'll see. So tell me, we met, I think it was on Salsa Congress Serbia. I'm not so sure, but I think it was there. And then you met Balkan Salseros for the first time, I think, maybe not. So could you tell me what are your impressions about salsa scene in Balkan? After that, okay, we invite you to be instructor on Salsa Motion Weekend, and you cooperate on that festival with Israel Gutierrez. And I want to know what's your impressions about salsa scene on Balkan, and how about people from Serbia? Is there any difference comparing, for example, to other countries?
Look, I am one of the biggest advertiser for when it comes for Balkan and Serbian people dancing, because I always say if you want to dance Cuban salsa, you need to go there. Because for me it was like really the impression. I remember that first, if I'm not, this is how I remember the story, but maybe like correct me if I'm wrong. But for me the story was coming like this, like, okay, let's do the first Serbian Salsa Congress. You were inviting it was Angel Ortiz, I remember.
Yeah, Nemanja Sonero invite him, Angel Ortiz. Yes, that's right.
Angel Ortiz, it was Jane Crevilla, I think, for salsa. Cuban salsa, and then someone was for On One, I think Manuel Mascarel.
I think so.
And then I had a feeling that, like, let's take a look on all styles. And you said, guys, now, okay, we love Cuban. We're going to continue and focus on this. And what I saw which was really special, because at that time I was living in Hungary, and in Hungary there was not this kind of cooperation, or there was not even people from Cuba or from abroad invited ever. So what I really liked that in Serbia, I saw that people really want to learn, they want to improve. I remember when we went to the classes, everybody was so prepared, so much knowledge. So you can see the passion. Beside that is my opinion, but I think people in Balkan, they love to party, they like to drink, they feel the music, you know what I mean? So I think all together is like fitting to this kind of music and this kind of dances. Like, yeah, we like to party, we like to dance. And I think, guys, you were doing so good that everybody was so much into these styles that I saw that people are so talented and learning quickly, but they also put the energy into learning, not just like, okay, I learned the basics and it's gonna be enough. No, they wanted to know all about Afro, about rumba, about everything what is Cuban. And I don't even want to say that the rueda, the speed of the rueda, what I saw in Serbia the first time, I was like, okay, this is a different word. So it was really, really nice.
Thank you.
I have only positive experience.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So, for example, if you need to decide, can you decide salsa versus bachata?
Ooh, I have to decide.
Okay, well, I think you need... I'm just kidding. Of course, if you want to decide, that's okay. If you don't want, that's okay too.
I can. Okay. I love bachata, and we are working a lot with bachata, and I think I love to listen even to bachata music. Like is really like somehow close to me, but in my heart, I think I'm a salsera. You know, it was the first thing. I'm coming from the era when bachata was, you know, the last 6 minutes of an hour in the party, you know, just to go to drink. It's changed a lot. But, you know, I was spending so much time with salsa before bachata came to my life at all. But I love bachata too. But I never like to decide it, because for me, it decides the music, and first of all, decides the partner. Because no matter how much I love salsa, if my partner there cannot dance it, and the other way around. So is like I'm really open for everything. I love every styles. Also in bachata, I love the same way Dominican like sensual. You know, so for me is all styles. But if you tell me that never in my life I can listen one or the other, like I have to decide, if you cannot listen anymore, whether bachata or salsa, I would say, okay, I cannot live without salsa.
But when we talk about bachata, what style of bachata dancing you like the most, and why? Is Dominican or how people call it bachata sensual or bachatango?
Look, I love Dominican because of the music, because I like this kind of traditional music, but I also love to dance for sensual because it's just modern and open and new, and you can do a little bit more things. You can create new stuff also, and it's difficult. I don't want to decide, to be honest, on this one. I like in general bachata, but it's supposed to be bachata. What I don't like personally, if it's nothing to do with bachata and we dance bachata to it. You know what I mean? That is not something what I like to do. Yeah.
That's okay. Tell me, you have a boyfriend or husband?
he says sometimes that he is a husband without getting married. No.
Okay. The same situation.
Yes, I have my dance partner, and my boyfriend, and we live together, and we do together basically everything. We do together the school. We do together traveling internationally. We live together. So,
cool. But tell me, I absolutely understand your situation. so we're in the same position. So tell me, is he listening? Us right now?
Yeah, he's listening what I say because we switched off the radio. But
Okay. He's next to you. So
Yes.
So I have one question for you. If you need to choose, which guy you will choose, George Clooney or Antonio Banderas?
This is difficult. I mean, like, okay, if I follow the style, then Antonio Banderas.
Antonio
Banderas, I think, yeah.
Okay. What are your favorite music artists and why?
My favorite music artist.
Some of them. I know it's a tricky question, and I know you can give me about 50 artists, but flash question it is. So, what are your favorite artists?
It has to be Latino. It has to be Latino thing, or
no.
Okay, I'm really eclectic. So if it's Latino, then of course Marc Anthony was for me, like, I know he's super commercial, but I really love Marc Anthony and all his songs almost. So it's like, I know it's a little bit commercial, but I love him. Okay. At the same time, I like the songs from the 2000s. You know, like the same way I love Backstreet Boys.
Okay.
And And at the same time, I used to listen to Chopin when I work because I love it switching me off. Then I like many people. I love romantic music. I like balladas. So I also, I don't really like to say like I like one artist, because I don't believe that every artist has all the songs good, So I prefer to choose one or other songs from different artists. And if we are talking about nowadays, I'm not the right person to ask, because I'm really nostalgic. I'm always listening to retro music.
Well,
my boyfriend is showing me the new things.
Okay, but I'm the favorite of the music from the 90s, for example. I'm fan of that kind of music, so I have my own playlist, so my Jelena too, so believe me, privately we listen a lot of those kind of things. So okay, so at the end of this conversation, I first of all I want to say thank you for your time, and that you spend some time with us, and I know that many people from Belgrade especially, they send many regards to you, just to know.
I also send back. I'm really looking forward to be there soon once.
I hope that we will have that kind of situation that you can come normally to our country because of this COVID situation right now, and I know that many people who are listening to us right now are how to say that salseros from I don't know 7 or 8 or 9 years ago, which know you, and thank you very much on this interview, because I think you're the first instructor and the first person which will make interview from Austria and from Hungary too. Okay, we have Daniela, but she's actually from Serbia. So thank you very much for your time. And at the end, can you say hello to our listeners, or some greetings to our listeners, something like that?
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting, and is really happy about it. And again, one more time, because it was many years ago, but I had an amazing time in Serbia, and we also have a lot of Serbian students here in Austria, by the way. So
I believe so.
Yeah, we kept connected. So I would like to send regards to everyone, a big salsa hug, even if it's not allowed now. And I want to tell you guys that just keep together, keep strong. I know it's not easy, the situation. I would tell to every dancers and instructors, like, be creative, do your things, do online stuff, do a radio, like it is super amazing. Like all these kind of things are creating new energy and positivity, and it keeps the people together. So please just keep up. Everything is going to get better step by step, and we're gonna dance again together, and we're gonna appreciate that moment when we can get together even more. So.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. You will stay online for just a few more seconds, and
Okay.
I want to also to say hello, and I want to send many regards to many listeners from Austria who are listening us right now. So I want to send many regards to Vienna, especially. I want to also send many regards to Balkan people. I know that there is lots of them who lives in Austria and Vienna too. So I hope that you enjoying this interview, guys, and enjoy in the rest of the evening, because we will now switch to the music. And Beige, stay a few more seconds online, please.
Let's go. This is your radio.